Hello, welcome to the FormABLE Podcast. Today I have Smiling Sam Alvey back from the big night on Friday. It's always an honor to have him on this podcast. He honestly has one of the best attitudes of any of the humans that I've met in mixed martial arts. Thank you for coming back on the show, Sam. Really appreciate it.
Hey, you are so welcome. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, much appreciated. Always, always, always. How's life treating you now that you're back home? I saw your Instagram post when you came back home and the kiddos were yelling and whatnot, and you were describing that. That's awesome. Super heartwarming, too, brother.
No, it was, hey, I've been away for a month, a little more than a month. I mean, I miss my kids, and it was so nice to be back and to be embraced by them so thoroughly and quickly.
Yeah, they missed you too, brother. I could, you could just hear that, and you're always smiling, But at the same time, that was just a really cool experience. Where did you do your training for this camp, brother?
So I was out there at Extreme Code 2 in Las Vegas with Sean Strickland and Eric Nixick. I just had to go find bigger guys, the guys that could beat me up a little bit, and they did just that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those are the guys to do it, right? To get pressed and to be in that type of environment. Is it hard to be away from your family and from all the different normal things in life when you're preparing for a fight?
Yeah, really. I mean, I'm so my entire career I've been surrounded by my family because I lived out in California. Our gym had everything. I moved to Tennessee because California sucks, and I have got a great gym out here. It is incredible. Guardian MMA, and then also Militia MMA. I work out at the two. Oh, and then I've got Champions Cornerbacks. I work out at three, and they're wonderful. But I'm a big dude. It's hard to find guys my size, let alone the size of this killer I just fought.
Yeah. What was the size differential there, Sam?
About 45 pounds, about 6 inches, and a 10-inch reach differential.
Yeah, that's huge. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I was convinced this I was going to be able to overcome the size, and then we started moving. And, oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah, for sure. I saw also in the first round that he respected your power as well, though. He didn't necessarily engage. There seemed to be a feeling out process for both of you there.
Yeah, I wasn't expect. I really thought he was going to push forward a little bit more. My plan was I was going to fight him like a little guy because I was the little guy in this fight. I've never been the little guy before. I was the little guy in this fight. And my plan was just move and groove, pick him apart a little bit from the outside, try and get him to come forwards. And he just wouldn't do it. His game plan was better than mine. And next time we fight, if it ever happens, I'm fighting him like I'm the bigger man.
Yeah, yeah, I saw at the very first round lots of lateral movement. His hands were down, trying to maybe bait you in, and you didn't take the bait until the very end when you got double unders.
Yeah, it surprised me too. Not that I got him, but I expected when we clinched, he was going to muscle me around. And it didn't feel like that. It felt like I had the strength advantage, which it might have just been the positioning thing, but I felt very good with where I was. If we fight again, we'll see a lot more of that. I wish I would have done that in round two.
Yeah. Well, hindsight always 2020, right? I mean,
Uh,
that's the rub.
mhm.
So, are you looking to fight him again?
No, he has scared me out of heavyweight. But if the fight is ever offered, I will take it because that's the kind of guy I am. I loved being the double champ. I hate having this loss on my record. And if I could avenge it, I would. But he was a really big guy.
It was huge. Is there a cap for heavyweight in karate combat?
265. So it's the same as MMA. So when he weighed in, he was 265, but he cut to get there. The next day, I'll bet you is 280.
That looked pretty accurate, sir. Not for nothing. Just you don't usually look like the smaller guy like that. It was a real David and Goliath type of moment, I thought.
It was. I truly expected to be able to outmove him, be a little faster, get the grooving down, and I underestimated how quick he was along with that size.
Yeah, well, that's easy to do. Expectations are a piece of anything in your preparation, you
Mhm.
know. So you're gonna move down a little bit now in weight?
Well, I was a double champ, so I was light heavyweight and heavyweight champion. I'm gonna go back. I wanted to defend my light heavyweight championship first, anyways. It just didn't work out. They didn't have anyone for me. But now they've got Uriah Hall in there, and I suspect that'll be the next guy I fight.
Ooh, so I can still call you champ?
You can still call me Jay. You can call me champ. I won't stop you.
All right, all right. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah. One of the things I think is absolutely fascinating about you is your faith. And I know in the school community, you have been sharing your faith and you're real open about it. How did you come to that faith?
I was born into it. I wish I had one of those stories where I fell to my knees and screamed for Jesus while it was raining and thundering outside. But really, I had a good upbringing. My family was my family was religious, and I never had a day where I didn't know Jesus had my back. And the older I get, the more apparent it is that He does.
Isn't that the truth? I
Yeah.
mean, towards the end of the UFC, you had a few losses, and then you came back in karate combat double champ. Uh, you're good at the bounce back, sir. You're good at the bounce back.
Oh, it's I didn't finish the UFC like I would have liked to, but man, have I had a good run post UFC, and I'm looking forward to keeping that run alive for a long time after that. After this little setback.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, what are your plans right now? Are you going to take some time off, get a little bit of healing going on?
Yeah, I got hit in the brain pretty hard this last fight, so I got to give my brain some time to relax. I'm already back in the gym. I'm lifting. I'm running. I'm conditioning. I didn't get a concussion or anything from this last week, and so my brain is fine, but I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna give it another week or two before I start sparring again, and then I'll spar nice and light, and I'll just get back into the groove of things. I'll make sure when I make my return that I am completely healed and ready for whatever's next.
That's great to hear, Sam. That's great to hear. How many kiddos you have, they want to make sure that you're still ready to hang out with them for the rest of their life, man. You have to be
Oh yeah.
mindful of that stuff. How many?
Oh, 100%. I need to be healthy for them. And then their kids someday, and then their grandkids someday. I'm gonna be around for a minute longer, and I gotta make sure all of me is around for a minute longer.
Yeah. Do With the heart of a champion that you have, do you find that to be hard to
No,
slow
not at
down?
all.
Okay.
I have been blessed with the ability to do anything I want whenever I want to. And I'm gonna keep that going for as long as I can.
So good to hear, Sam. So good to hear. And uh so could we talk a little bit about your school? You still have school going on and
Yeah, school SKOOL. It's my online training program, and I'm loving it. I'm working with so many people from around the world, and I'm just trying to give back that little bit that I wish I would have had at the beginning. The beginning of my career, I was the head coach. I was the guy that was making it up as I went. And as I've grown as a fighter, over the last 20 years, I learned how little I knew back then. And so I'm trying to make sure that everyone that has that dream to be on the big stage, that has that dream to get their hand raised, that they have every opportunity to do it. So I started this school, this online training program where I work hand in hand with everybody on it. And it's been a blast.
it's neat to be a part of that actually. I go on every once in a while and I notice how you respond back to some of the fighters. And
Mm-hmm.
for somebody who's just getting ready to go into the cage for the first time, to even have something where they can converse with a champ, that's got to be like just so positive for them.
It's something I wish I had had when I had first started fighting. Like when I first started, and every fighter is similar. Is they have their coach and the coach is great. I'm never looking to replace the coach. I'm looking to be an additional tool, a guy who's been there, who's done that, who might have a little different way of looking at things.
That's great. Now, sometimes it's hard for athletes to follow two different coaches. you know? Do you ever like have a moment where you're maybe telling them, to listen to their coach, however, there's this other piece they might want to look at?
Yeah, I look at it as I those that don't have another coach, I am their coach. For those that have a coach, I am a tool for their coach. I understand that I'm going to give my opinion. If you have two coaches, sometimes they'll have separate opinions. They'll have different opinions. Um, and it's my job to be there and just help encourage them and show them what I would do.
That's amazing. And did you find it hard as in your fighting career to have more than one coach and more than one direction sometimes?
Most of my career, I've had. I can see you.
I can see it. Can you hear me now, Sam?
I can hear you.
Excellent. All right. I got Sam Alvey back on here. He's a mover and a shaker, and sometimes, well, internet doesn't always move and shake, right? That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. And Sam, we just got done talking about if there was a couple different coaches, how you were able to differentiate what was the right time to select different input.
Yeah, the coaches, they were always complimentary of one another.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to be when I'm on my school program. Is I want to compliment who they're working with. I understand I won't be an in-person coach, but just being able to hear what I would do different or attempt to try and close that gap, that's what my goal is.
That's great. I'm sure people really, really appreciate it. Also on Sundays, if I remember correctly, you do share your faith as well with them.
That is right. On Sundays, we have a Bible study. Wednesday nights, we break down a fight. I play a fight. I've got a screen share, and I just say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'd like to see them do. This is what I would change with it. Last night, we watched Ilya Taporia versus Max Holloway.
Mm,
And it was a great little breakdown. And this Sunday, we're going to continue our journey through Genesis. And then every day when my students, they post videos of their training, I put my 2 cents in there. I try and do everything I can to make sure that okay, that was a good kick, but I'd like to see it pivot a little more. I want to see you punch before you kick. It's my opportunity to see them train and take and add what I'm going to add to it.
that's absolutely phenomenal. How do you find time for everything, Sam?
I don't know, but I do. Yes, I have no good answer for that. I am always doing something somewhere.
Yeah. Does a smile and a good attitude help with all that? For a lot of people,
It
it seems.
sure does. It sure does. Just having that upbeat attitude that I have, people have really responded to it. They enjoy being a part of whatever it is I'm doing. They tend to, anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I'm always excited to get you on the show, and we love watching you fight. Brother, I saw you're taking your hand to acting.
Oh, that's something my daughter likes to act, and her school doesn't offer it. So we've got an outside play company, and so my wife and I jump in and have a little part so we can be a part of it with her.
That's great, man. That's really cool. I enjoy acting,
Yeah.
Sometimes when I teach martial arts, I act like I can fight, Sam. So, you know what I mean? Like, okay. I hope I can a little bit. But anyway, the acting I really, really enjoy. And I thought it was amazing that you're a part of that. And I saw a post today with your daughter talking about lock and load, man, lock and load. That was really,
That's
really
right. That's
cool.
right. The memorizing the lines is always the hardest part. I'm just not good at it, but I make it work for the plays.
Yeah. So sometimes with memorizing the lines, that is one of the harder things, and then also sometimes to put it with an action. A guy like you, I bet you're an action man. So in the midst of it, if sometimes you could think about a part of the action, right? And as your body starts moving, then the words come. That's something that I found quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm the guy that moments before I go out, I'm reading everything over and over and over again.
Well, that's got to do with preparation, brother, right? Always being prepared,
Oh
that's a
yeah, I'm good at preparing.
excellent.
Mm,
Sir, Is there anything that you'd like to share with us today with your fans?
Hey, follow me on social media. I'm at Smiling Sam just about everywhere. And I love interacting with them. I do everything I can to respond to every message. I do everything I can to put a good product out, even on my social media.
Yeah, yes, you do, without a doubt. So, do you want to come back and talk to us again at some point?
Yeah, absolutely. You sign me up. You tell me when, and I'll be there.
You're the best. I really appreciate you coming on today, Sam. And you are one of my freaking heroes. And to see at the end of this last fight how you handled it like such a champ, and you're still a champ. And from one fight to the next, we just can't wait to watch you be successful.
Well, I appreciate that. And thank you again for having me on, my friend.
All right, Sam. Thanks so much for coming on. This is Jamie
All right.
Sparling, FormABLE Podcast, here with a special edition, the Formable Warrior, Sam Alvey, Smiling Sam.
Hey, thank you, sir. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
Same to you.
All right. Goodbye, my friend.
Good night.